Woo! Welcome to Get Offset. My name is Emily.
And my name is Andrew.
And I know you can't hear it on your end, but every time I play it now on mine, it's da 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 da. Like, it's really...
That's so strange.
It is. It is so strange and so annoying.
But it turns out just fine in post, right?
Yeah, it really does. It's so stupid.
Sounds fine on my end.
Yes, it's the stupidest thing. The stupidest things. Yeah, it's happy October. Happy birthday month for Andrew.
It is. It is indeed. Let's see here. I'll be entering the year.
Your late 20s?
Yeah, I will be entering my late 20s officially, which is frightening.
Is it?
But it's also like, it's the year that like I just have to survive.
Oh, okay. I mean, you're not a rock star, so I think you're...
No, I think I'm all right, but...
I think you're all right.
Ever since I was a kid, like knowing about the 27 Club, I was like, I don't want to join it. I don't want to join it. I got to make it to the other side. So that'll be a milestone for me.
You know, not to say anything bad about the people in the 27 Club, but they all lived very, very high risk lives. You know, they all did things to their bodies that were bad. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to think I've been a little kinder to my body.
And you're doing great things for your body right now by like, you're eating great, you're working out a lot. It's paying off.
And I guess this is my what's new for the week. I don't think we've actually wagered something, but I've started a friendly contest with a friend of the show for weight loss / workout accountability. A certain Jason Mays and I are racing to lose
Jason.
5 pounds this month.
Oh, Jason from Working Class Music.
Yep.
Y'all should go support their Patreon and our Patreon. We both have Patreons. You should give them $5 and give us $5. Just take a $10 bill, split it down the middle. Yep. Mail half to each of us every month.
Make a paper airplane out of it. Just makes it.
Yes, and then every other month we can tape that $10 bill together and take it to our banks.
There we go. No, we were messaging the other day, just catching up, and he was like, "Oh, I just got back to the gym. Like, felt good to get back. Kind of took a little bit of a break, unintentionally last month." And I'm like, "Well, I've got a goal to reach by my birthday that I kind of set for myself, which I didn't initially start off this whole thing with like any specific goals, just a generic goal of I would like to feel healthy again and to feel like my body's not weighing me down."
Yeah.
And so I've created a micro goal underneath that with if I can make it to my birthday at this weight by doing the things that I've been doing, that's a goal that can help hold me accountable to the habits I've been making. So I was like, well, Jason, why don't you just join me? And together we can rule the galaxy. And so the ground rules are no starvation. Still have to eat.
Please. I think that like men, are supposed to consume at least 1,200 calories a day, and women at least,
that's it.
Born women. Yeah. Anything else is, I think, considered like anorexia territory. Is content warning, I guess. And then for women, it's 800 per day.
That seems really low. I feel like 800 for a meal.
800 for a meal is a lot. I mean, that's like not a lot. Like
not like 3 meals a day, but.
Well, no, it's not like 3 meals a day, but like, 1,200 is. Wait, did you say 1,200 was low or 1,200 was a lot?
1,200 is low for the day.
Yes, that is why it is the absolute minimum that you should not go under as a man, is my general understanding. It's also not sustainable and not healthy.
Right. Well, so goal number 1 is no starvation. Got to take care of ourselves at the basic level. Rule number 2, weigh in at the same time every day for start to finish. So not trying to pull I know I weigh heavier in the evening than I do in the morning because of all the food I eat, for instance.
Oh, okay. So
So,
like, yeah. So don't weigh in. So,
yep.
so no, no fudging your way in, your initial
No
weigh
fudging the
in.
weigh in.
People, I
And
remember there was an episode of Frasier where they did that, where they fudged their initial weigh in. Yeah.
yeah, like I could
No weighing
just,
in with a bunch of coins in your pockets, no rolls of quarters.
right.
Yeah.
Like you could just like not drink water for a day and lose, like, quote unquote, lose several pounds.
Yeah.
So,
Every time
so
I
we're
see
going
there's ads for these like vitamins for women that are like they're like little lifesaver looking things.
to,
And then like there's always an ad like, I lost 10 pounds the first month. Like, honey, that's water weight. You'll
yep.
lose 0 pounds the subsequent months and you'll get discouraged and then you'll gain it all back because it's not real.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, I lost a lot right up front, like 10, almost 15 pounds. And then like, it's been a grind for every 5 pounds after that.
Yeah.
But that's the goal is so the goal is first person to lose 5 pounds wins. I don't think we really decided what we win other than like, yay, accountability.
Bragging rights.
And
I think
I think that's good enough for me.
So would you both be like winning something that the other person owns, like a pedal, or would it be like you pool your money together and then like a like a, I don't know what's the,
I don't think we have a prize yet. I don't know if we're going to.
should I put up a prize?
I mean, if you're offering, um,
I'm trying to think.
I could message Jason and be like, yo, I told Emily about it and she wants to offer a prize for the winner.
I could put up a pedal prize.
Okay.
I could pick something.
It's gonna make me feel really bad about the barbecue I've got on the grill right now. Then,
Yeah, I'll put up a pedal prize.
all right.
TBD.
I'll just message.
It's not going to be the OC5. You already have it.
What OC5? What?
Oh, son of a bitch! You're not going to get me this time.
All right. Let me send Jason a message.
While you do that, I can talk about my what's new.
Yeah, let's do it.
I have the Benson Germanium Boost. Ooh. It was just released this week. It's the new boost pedal from Benson Amplification. It's a clean linear boost from Benson. That means no major EQ changes. And it's a self-biasing germanium boost, which means it's not so sensitive to those wild temperature changes. But it's really neat. It's so small. So I feel like I can fit this on my normal Sunday Crush board without having to boot anything off. So I think I'm going to put this on my Sunday Crush board. I think I'm going to put it before the Halberd. And it really, like, some demos, like I saw one demo where like everything, it was like at 10 the whole time, but I really liked it in like the 6.5 range. I felt like that just kind of sweetened and tightened and made everything smoother and punchier and almost more articulate, which I don't feel like you usually get with a germanium style boost without like coloring the tone. Because I feel like obviously like germanium has a little bit of a germanium sound and this doesn't not have that, but I work so hard to like get the tone that I have that I don't want to put something in the mix that's going to just like change everything sometimes.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, it's not like a mid-range booster. It's not a treble booster. So it's not like the kind of boost that you put in to like cut through the mix more in a solo. It's just like an overall, like, it made everything feel a little bit sweeter.
Yeah.
Or you could crank it to 10 and just really drive a tube amp. But
it
yeah,
sounds like
really
a magical pixie dust edition. It's like that secret sauce.
I mean, yeah, I thought it was at certain places like 5.5 to 6.5. It was definitely felt like a sound gooder pedal.
Yep.
Just like scudge of compression. A smoothness, I think, to the notes, especially the plucked notes. So
It's
I feel
the little
like
things that make a world of difference.
yeah, so like sometimes you don't know. Like I would turn it off. I would turn it off, and then I would kind of miss it.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm like, oh shit. Now can I not do without this pedal? Yeah, probably. But like now that I've played it,
Could you do as well without that pedal?
yeah.
No.
So yeah, I really like it. It's like this kind of military olive green.
Yep.
Yeah. I saw people asking, is it green? Is it gray? And that goes back to our color chat where men just can't see as many colors. So it's kind of this like vaguely sparkly. You can probably see it a little bit better on the back.
Yep.
Olivey color. So it's so small. So big thank you to Chris Benson for sending this along. I really like it.
I've had a couple of germanium boosts before, and I've always loved that as a form factor for that application. And seeing Chris put his magic into that form factor is just super exciting.
Yeah, it is. So cute and little. So check it out. The full demo is up on the YouTube. I put some clips on TikTok. The TikTok video got like 2,000 views, which is random.
DJ, blow my speakers up tonight.
I love Kesha, dude.
Same.
I just hit 11,000 TikTok followers. It does not matter.
Wow.
Some of my videos get 300 views and some of them get 2,300. TikTok. Da, 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 da. Yeah. I just really, it took me a while to realize TikTok was not a reference to the Kesha song from 2009, 2010. Yeah. I
would be legit kind of pissed if like I was Kesha about TikTok being a company that's taken off. It feels like such like
it's spelled the same way.
Yep. Just like a trademark song for a generation.
It really feels that way, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's my big what's new for this week. Yeah.
No, I don't have any particular gear what's news. Definitely
I'm sorry. I might have a what's new on Thursday. I might. So just look at the YouTube on the Thursday.
The YouTubes?
Look at YouTube on Thursday.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Like, comment, subscribe to my YouTube for Thursday. Ring the bell.
Saved by the bell.
Saved by that bell icon.
Speaking of like trademarks for a generation.
Oh my god. Well, you were too young for Saved by the Bell. I was too young for Saved by the Bell. Let's be completely honest.
I think everybody that liked Saved by the Bell was too young to be watching Saved by the Bell.
Yeah, I think my brother was too old for Saved by the Bell, and I was too young for Saved by the Bell. So I feel like that actually had quite a like tighter generational audience than
sure.
was giving credit for. I just remember the episode where the girl was hooked on speed pill. No, it was like caffeine pills, but I think it was supposed to be like original like speed pills or cocaine or something, and they made them change it to caffeine pills. Or it was supposed to be like Ritalin. I don't know. It was supposed to be something more realistic than caffeine pills that you buy at a truck stop. I need my coffee.
Hey guys, you got any more of those? No-dos? No-dos?
I need the no-dos. Oh my god. Just caffeine fiend. Oh my god.
Eye twitching. I've definitely, it's the worst feeling on the planet where like you've had enough caffeine, your eye starts to twitch and you're still falling asleep when you're trying to focus on something. Like trying to like stare at a screen, like your eyes like.
Oh just, god. It is a bad feeling.
I haven't had that feeling in a while. I think since probably haven't in a year. Try to really slow down my caffeine intake since I had my sleep study last year.
That's good. That's the goal. I cut back my coffee a lot. I switched to a medication that was giving me some heartburn. I'm
Oh
so
no.
old. So I've cut back my coffee intake, and now I just do like a coffee with like milk and creamer, like a creamer in the morning. Just like
Mhm.
one. It's what I can take. And then I've like really leveled off. And now
Remind
I sleep a little better. Because
Good.
I'm not drinking half a pot of coffee during the day.
Yep. Reminds me of a Hard Times article I saw earlier, which is it was like aging punk lies to doctor about how much he drinks to seem cool. Like the caption was like, yeah, like I could probably drink this egghead under the table if like I had a decent lunch and took my heartburn medication first.
Oh my god. Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. Dude. Yeah, I saw Rat Boys this week.
Yeah,
My friends Rat Boys.
I saw the emails coming in at like midnight.
Like, you want anything at Taco Bell?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, oh, you clipped a little there. Sorry, listeners.
Oh, you're
Yeah. So then I have a townhouse with extra bedroom, so I had let them crash, and then they only stayed the one night, and I feel like, and then the next morning I like made them breakfast because bands have been. I bought my ticket. They're like, we can put you on the list. I'm like, no, I'm buying my ticket. I'm
Yep.
an adult person who's buying my ticket. Y'all have not been on the road for like a year and a half. Like, I'm going to buy my ticket to the show. If I get any merch, I'm going to buy it, and I'm going to make you breakfast in the morning.
Yep.
So I made them pancake and bacon, and then, they've been getting tested like the whole time they were on the road. They'd just been tested at Treefort, so I felt pretty comfortable about that. They'd gotten rapid and PCR testing in the past like 24 hours, and they came back like negative. And and then I'm showing them like the guitar room, and Dave the guitarist like playing like the 7-string guitar I have on loan. He's like, I think I need one of these. I almost like sold him a guitar, and then I ended up selling that guitar to Reed, one of our Patreon supporters. I had to message Dave. I'm like, sorry, that guitar you were looking at just sold. So, yeah, popular guitars. It was the Squire Contemporary. I think I just released a demo of that one yesterday on YouTube.
Nice.
Though it's sold out on the Fender website. I think they're still on Sweetwater and Reverb.
Well,
Yeah.
testing.
Yeah, but Rat Boys were great, and they were opening for a band called, I think it was co-headline technically with a band called Wild Pink, and they were so fucking good. Like, it was just such a great lineup. The whole crowd was really great about masks. The one guy behind me he pulled us down a little bit, and I turned around immediately and was just like, and he's like, I'm confused because I don't have a mask. Like, you're wearing one, it's just underneath your nose, you dum-dum. And he's just like sheepishly, because I think that like, I don't know if he thought he was going to start a movement. Also, you had to be vaxxed to get in. I don't know if he thought he was going to start a movement or some shit. But I mean,
there's
actually, I think he was trying to say, oh, the band's not wearing their masks because like they were performing. I'm like, and I just gonna be like, they're getting tested daily. Like, put your mask on. I don't know you. I know them. I know what they're doing.
Yep.
Yeah. So
no, I think a handful of the social like friends gatherings kind of thing, like have buddy over to the backyard or something. It's like this awkward, like who's going to take off their mask first and then see if everybody else is actually game. Because like I feel like in the back of my head, I'm like, is everybody okay with this? Are we good or no? So
yeah, I'm not usually the first person to do that in those situations. But like outside's a little different. I think we can all understand and agree that for the most part, outside small gatherings are very low risk for transmission.
Yep.
Just don't get up in somebody's face and start breathing into their mouths.
Yep. No. So like I've been coaching soccer on weekends, and I'm outdoors and I'm vaccinated, and it's a wide open field, but I'm still running around a bunch of kids.
Yeah.
I should. So I've been really good about doing that and making sure I'm doing what I can to be respectful to the other parents' kids. Not a requirement, and all the other coaches do it, but like to do what I can.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've been testing twice a week.
Yeah.
As well. I'm just tired of getting my brain tickled. I don't like it.
You don't pretend like they're going all the way up there still.
No, I am. I have to, it's a self-test. I take it home. It's a quick test.
My quick tests only tell you to go up until like.
Did I misread
You're not supposed to be going up that high. It says to go up just like an inch and like that much until like you feel like you're about to sneeze. Andrew's reading his instructions for his quick test right now, listeners.
So the Spanish one says put it in your nose 1.3 to 1.9 centimeters.
That's not that high. That's not enough to reach your brain.
Where's the English version? Where's the English? Why did I grab the Spanish version?
I don't know.
I don't know I don't remember how to convert centimeters to inches in my head.
1.3 centimeters is obviously less than to reach your brain. Andrew, you don't need you don't need a ruler.
Yeah, both of those are less than an inch.
Yes, obviously. You're doing it wrong. What the hell? Are you okay?
No.
You've been putting yourself through a lot.
I've been doing this for like 2 months, twice a week.
Well, you're probably getting more accurate results. It's okay, bud. It's okay.
And I've been testing my family like this.
Oh no! You don't have to tell them. You probably should.
I'm gonna have to go back and apologize.
You are. You really need to do that.
Oh no!
Make sure they know. Make sure they know I'm the good guy.
Maybe they Where's the English version? Did they misprint it?
Oh. So now he has the English version, listeners.
My Spanish reading is a little rusty.
Okay.
Or my Spanish comprehension. 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch.
Ooh. How many inches have you been putting it up the noses?
Like here?
It's really
like
supposed
how
to be
far
just
they
far.
did. Like last time I went to a drive-through test, like that far.
It's supposed to be just far enough to like feel like you have to sneeze.
No, it's definitely been like eye-watering. Like need to sit down for a minute after.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I'm just gonna.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Now you know. Now they don't have to do that anymore. It's okay. It's okay. Youch. See, I only know because I never got tested with the more intense methodology. I only got tested after I had an actual close COVID contact in early August.
Well, alrighty then. I have some apologies to make after this.
This week's episode of the Get All Set podcast is sponsored by Caroline Guitar Company, makers of the Hawaiian Pizza Fuzz, which can go all the way from those nasty gated fuzz tones to actually some quite nice little low gain distortion sounds. They have, I really like that fuzz. I think it might have been. Andrew's still thinking. He's just, oh my God.
No. Now I'm running through I think this is proof that pineapple belongs on pizza.
Sure. Yeah. I think the Hawaiian Pizza might have been the first actual gated fuzz that I played. And I was like, this is maybe the funnest thing I've ever done in my life. And it's still up there. And one of the things I love about Caroline is their limited edition releases, and the Hawaiian pizza gets pretty frequent ones that are really fun, like the vegetarian pizza and their American and Russian versions.
Yep.
Each stuff. Yeah, so check it
Russian.
out. Yeah, check out the Caroline Guitar Company for their many guitar devices. They also often do really neat giving back campaigns. So keep an eye peeled for that. Follow them on social. Instagram is, I think, probably the best one to keep in touch. Join their email list too. The email list is the best way to find out about their limited edition releases because those tend to sell out pretty quickly. And those are the ones that they sell directly through their website. It's pretty much the only way to get their limited edition releases because, again, they sell out pretty quickly. So check them out. The Caroline Guitar Company. I almost fell out of my chair. Which is really more of a bench, a stool, really.
No, now I've got a chair and a stool that I was using as a cup holder, but now I'm just holding my drink and I'm using the stool as an ottoman.
Let me show you my stool. It's a oh my god, my back hurt. It's a Weeble Wobble stool.
Oh, interesting.
Yes. I was working out because I am also trying to be a healthy human being. And I knew my back didn't feel so good. And yet still, I did an ab workout. I thought to myself, as long as my lower back doesn't leave the floor, I won't hurt it. I was wrong.
I hurt my back this week. It recovered in about day and a half, but it hurt.
Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm getting to recovery.
Yep.
But no,
Sorry, my brain's just running through different ideas now for a Caroline commercial, like someone like personified as Havoc.
I know you just want to do that commercial. You want to get the guy. You want to get Dennis from 30 Rock, and you want him to do a Havoc commercial.
I'm just thinking of like the different like terrifying scenarios that could happen.
Okay.
Like, I don't know. I think there's something there. I just need to really flesh it out. But I also don't know if I have time to commit to like directing a commercial right now. But it also sounds like a whole lot of fun.
Storyboard it.
Maybe I will. Maybe this is what I need to do instead of going to therapy is just get completely high and storyboard this. I think that's a good therapy replacement. Yeah. Moving on. Speaking of people who need therapy.
Sorry, I just got a comment on the YouTube on the original Line 6 Pod Go first patches and first impressions demo that said, includes paid promotion. Well, bye then. So I'm replying, thanks for watching. I didn't actually get paid for this demo, but they did send me the unit so I could do the demo without going out of pocket, and then I gave the pedal away to his friend for his birthday.
The Pod Go that I've got right here?
Yeah, it was your birthday present last year.
It was.
Yeah.
It was a great birthday present.
Yeah. And now I have one. Oh, I love that. I actually just really, really like that. Andrew did a topper for his. I like that. I kind of want one that's almost just like the topper. I kind of want one that's more just like the traditional is that like the VHS colors, the old school VHS colors?
Kind of, yeah. I think a couple of them, I think that's what I based it on. And then I added a couple of transitional colors.
Yeah, I really love that. That's so cool and vintage. And I kind of almost want one that's just even more like traditional.
So what are you thinking?
That. Sorry, I'm not like the most creative person visually. So I'm just like, that. I want that one. Exactly. Right, exactly that.
I'm making another batch of units today. So why don't I just add that to the mix and I'll send it on over?
I also have this mug. Maybe those colors.
Yeah, I can do something like that.
Yeah. Or I'm just like, look at, I got thing right in front of me. So I don't know. Ultimately I would be happy with like 15 different scenarios. So I don't think too hard about the things.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, I'll figure something out. I'll send something on over. Got a couple units to put together. I've actually got a bag on the floor behind me with some other units I was just given for a giveaway that's being planned in the future, but I can't speak too much about that right now. But keep an eye out. I think it's going to be a 2022 item.
2022. Oh my god, we're so close. Oh gosh, Q4 just started. All right.
Q2 for me, but on a different fiscal year.
Yeah, speaking of getting mildly irritated with strangers on the internet. Yeah, so I've had some adventures in Reverb since I bought the Elvis Costello signature jazz master. I've been trying to like justify
offload
that
some
by
gear.
selling. Yeah, just basically like getting around to selling some things I've been meaning to sell. I sold the Eastwood baritone. I think that guy was super stoked with it. I sold the Dan Electro Spring King Spring Reverb because I have the much better Surfy Bear compact up there. And that guy was super stoked with it. I listed a few other things. I listed a pedal that normally sells new for $169. I listed it for $100, making it, I think, the cheapest mint version of that pedal shipped. One is a little cheaper but has higher shipping cost. And and I had been open for offers because I'm like, yeah, if somebody offers me like 10 less, I'll take it, And immediately I start getting 60% of my list price. That's called a low ball offer. So at Reverb, you can turn off any offers that are considered low ball, which is less than 60% of your list price. But people now know this, so now they'll start sending you 60% of your list price.
Yep.
And you can't, I don't know of a way to turn off, like on eBay you can set like bid minimums or something. What is it called? Like
I don't know.
It's actually I feel like eBay is a little like stupid. Like you set like a lowest bid price, but it's not really like, it's not like your real starting point. It's like you have an actual, like you can list something at $1, but you can be like, I don't actually want to sell it for less than $150. So that's shady. But like if I set offers and I don't want to really consider an offer less than like 80%, at least for a while.
Especially if it's like the cheapest unit available on Reverb.
Yeah. So that's what I usually do, especially if I, get something for a demo. I usually wait a year because I don't really, especially if it's a new product, I'm not going to immediately like get
Offload
rid of it.
Right.
And I'm not going to immediately do that. And then I'm going to, match the lowest price. And I just want to move it. And I don't want to make a lot of money on the pedal. And so it's just really kind of annoying to start immediately getting these like $60 offers for this pedal that normally sells for $169 new. And so people would offer me $60 and I'd counter at like $90, $100 to $90. And I feel like therein I was giving my hint that I'll budge a little, but
like
I won't budge a lot.
Nudge.
Yeah. Like, hey, I can go a little down. And I would usually say, it's already the cheapest one on Reverb. Give me a break, guys. And then they bounce up to maybe 70, 75, 65. And this was like consistently.
Things are getting pretty serious right now.
Yeah, so you can see consistently, like, they're not budging much. They're not trying to meet me in the middle. They're just, they're still trying to lowball me. And finally I got so sick of this that one guy, he offered me $69 on the pedal. Nice. So I offered, I know.
Sorry.
I was going to offer, so that I countered at like, I was going to
420.
I was going to counter at $90.69, but I didn't. I was like, this was the first thing I saw in the morning was like an insulting offer, like the third one on the stupid pedal. And also like in like a week. It's not even like this pedal had been sitting on there for like 3 months unsold.
Yep.
At which case I'm like, I probably would consider the $60. So I offered him $90. And then he comes back at like $75. So I move it up to $95.
Yep.
And then I turn off offers. And then somehow I think that because he got in, and then I think he got the picture, and he offered $85. And I just declined it. I'm like, I don't care anymore, man.
Best I can do is $350.
Yeah, I think that he obviously got the picture at the end there.
Right.
But I just, at that point, I was just too annoyed. I'm like, no, I don't want to sell it to you.
Yeah, I've definitely.
That's free market capitalism. Is because the thing is, like, even if you get my price or close to it at that point, I'm like, I don't really want to sell it to you because you were already like, I was like, at this point, like, I don't know, like, if I get the feeling that you might be kind of difficult after the transaction, and I don't really want to deal with it.
Yep. No, I've dealt with. I've definitely just declined to sell to somebody who is offering, just based on the online interaction. Going, nope, I'm good.
Yeah.
I think I went to go sell that Celestion speaker, and I ended up selling it on Facebook Marketplace. I had that 10-inch speaker for forever since I've got the amp that only has a 12-inch speaker in it, and I listed it. I got a couple of hits. Totally forgot. Someone was like, hey, if you want to meet up in Bremerton, like I could do that. And like, it's a $40 speaker. I don't know if it's worth it. He's like, well, I'll pay shipping.
You have to pay like $20 to take the ferry there.
Well, you just drive around.
Well, then you got to pay like what, $10 in gas to get there.
Plus the toll on the way back.
Yeah.
So I was like, tell you, I'll ship it to you. And then I felt, and then I realized like 2 weeks later, I never gave him a shipping estimate like he asked for.
Oh, well.
Whoops.
Oh, well.
So if they're listening, I'm sorry. That was rude of me. But then so that wasn't an intentional like shoot down. But then I got 2 pings like a couple weeks later from 2 different people. And one of them was just like asking a ton of questions. It was like kind of rude.
Tire kickers. So to
and
say.
I clicked onto their profile and I saw the kind of politics they were into. I'm like, I don't want to tell this dude what city I live in anymore.
Yeah.
So the other guy was super kind. He had a couple of legitimate questions. He's relatively new to all of this, but he's like, I'm working on a project. I'm building my own cabinet. Do you know, like, could you give me dimensions to make sure that my cabinet isn't too shallow? I'm like, sure. You're clearly working this as a passion thing. I'd rather it go to you. Money aside. And they didn't haggle on the price at all. So like, yep.
Yeah.
Kindness wins out on that one.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not opposed to some haggling, kind of depending on like the product. Like,
sure.
I mean, it's like what? Like there was that episode of This American Life. I think let me see who I was just talking about this with somebody the other day. Like, is This American Life, and somebody was asking about like the good guy discount. And it works like 33% of the time. Matt Lowry. I was talking to Matt Lowry about the good guy discount. And yeah, it works like 35% of the time. Some guy just went around everywhere for a week, and every time he would go somewhere, he was like, hey, y'all got a good guy discount? And he just like ask. And if they said no, he'd be like, all right. And he would just be on his merry way, but it doesn't work. If it's a couple bucks or like 10% off or something, like,
sure,
that's gonna be a lot. And if somebody like, it's the same. You got like a nice guy discount, like a good person discount. Somebody said that to me, I'd be like, maybe. It depends. Like if I had a thing for a while and they were actually kind of genuinely cool, I'd probably be like, yeah, you know. And that's you know, if you're in a good mood, if you're having a good transaction with the person, and they kind of like, yeah, just. But if they're kind of like a dick off the bat, you're like, no, fuck you. I'd rather burn it.
Yep.
So like that's like, and you know, and another thing for me is just like, I haven't had these things up for very long. I'm not in dire straits for the money. Like, it's not like if I don't get some amount of money out of these pedals, I'm not going to eat or pay my rent. So I'm not like
Right.
desperate to sell. So when somebody's
Yep.
like offering me like, it's not like, oh, something's better than nothing. It's like, I could take it to American Music on Fremont and get $60 in trade-in value for it. And
Yep.
then I would know that they might be able to sell it and then they could get the money for it. And I'd rather have a local guitar store get the money than you because you're being a dick right now.
Yep. Oh, absolutely.
You know, so that's just one of the transactions I've had that's been kind of annoying. But someone else, like I was talking to about selling on Reverb, he doesn't even like answer those kinds of questions that you were getting. Like he's like, tire kickers never buy. And he was selling a guitar and people were like asking one questions they could Google. And like, what's it weigh? What strings you put on it? I'm like, spend $8 and buy your own strings. Like, that kind of thing. So it's like tire kickers never buy. I just don't respond to those questions. The guitar sold like in 5 days. Like he priced this guitar to sell, and still was getting tire kicker questions. Like he's like, it's by $300 the cheapest of this model of guitar. It's like 30% cheaper than any other guitar like it on the website. I'm like, just buy it or don't buy it for that price. Like, you know, if you want it or don't want it. Why are you like, if something is priced that low, you know, if you want it or don't want it, what you have to understand that it's not going to be there very long. Why are you asking all these tire kickery questions about it? Obviously,
because they're trying to justify the price to themselves.
Yeah, I get that. But you have to, as a buyer, you have to understand, like, if you see that screaming deal, like, it's not going to last very long. So if you're trying to justify that price in your head and you're going to send those questions, you have to understand it's going to sell very quickly. Yep. And if you're even having those questions, then you shouldn't be buying it. So there you go. It's not going to help anything, and it's not going to make you want to buy that guitar. You need to either do it or you're not going to do it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think. I understand wanting to make sure that if you're going to spend a lot of money, it's exactly what you're looking for. But it comes to a certain point with this kind of equipment that's not always going to happen. And if you want a particular guitar as a base for a project that you want to do some modifications on, it's even just like a different string size, waiting for something, one of them with the exact specifications that you want to come across at the exact pricing that you want isn't likely going to happen. And that's just an expectation setting thing. That's not super likely. I'm personally fine with tire kicking to an extent, especially if someone's clearly a beginner. Like, by all means, ask questions. But I do agree with
questions about big purchases.
Sure, if it's something that's easily Googleable, though, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, especially like spec sheet. Like, what's the body wood on a guitar? A new guitar. Google it.
Yep.
What's the fretboard radius? Just Google it, man. Just Google it, dude.
Especially if it's something still in production, those spec sheets are just easily available. I mean, that's
even out of production stuff. It's usually Googleable. Like,
a lot of it is, yeah.
Like, so that's frustrating. It can be really frustrating. And I had another frustrating. I've just it's been frustrating. What can I say? I've sold some good stuff.
Circling back to the whole like it pays to be nice thing. I think that's an interesting note to revisit for a quick second, because I think that's actually relatively profound, I dare say, in the sense of a lot of folks have been raised with this mentality of nice guys finish last. In terms of, if you want something, you got to go out and get it, and like, don't apologize for it. Kind of a capitalism driven mentality. And I think it's lacking a very human perspective of some people will help you more if you're just nice. And we've talked about this as a theme a lot throughout the podcast about like the music industry. If you're nice to people, you're more likely to get gigs, you're more likely to get deals. Like it,
Right.
that
People
it
will want
goes a
to
long
deal
way.
with you. Yeah. Because, like,
Right.
I think go out and get it and be a nice person. Be a good. Also, I think nice guy and good guy are different things. Because it's not a
Yep.
nice guy discount, it's a good guy discount.
Sure.
Go ahead. I feel like I kind of interrupted you there.
No. I mean, there's definitely that's a fair delineation between those two.
Yeah.
But I mean, running with a good guy thing, I mean, I don't know. It's throwing me to something I did yesterday. So I went to go buy slacks for work because
Yeah.
I tore my slacks at work this week.
Ooh.
It
Catch
was
him on something?
I caught it on the edge of a crate and just inner thigh, just enough to where it was visible. I'm like, which is why I keep spare pants in my desk drawer. But occupational hazard of working a job that skirts a line between blue collar and desk job.
Yeah.
But so I went to go buy pants, and the store that I went to only carried 32-inch length. I'm short. That's not going to do it for me. But they did offer in-house alterations. I'm like, cool. If they can alter it, I could wear these on Monday. We'd be all set.
Yeah.
And so they brought out the seamstress, and she's like, you're looking at 7 to 10 days wait right now. I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. I was hoping to have this by Monday because I just tore my pants. I need another pair of pants for work. I totally understand if there's nothing else you can do.
Yeah.
But I need something for Monday. And I was trying to be really nice about it. And Melissa was with me. She was also being really nice. And so she's like, what about 3 days?
Aww.
And I kind of just sat there, and it was like super loud and stimulating in there. And like, I was just like, and then Melissa said something about like, okay, like maybe we could like make that work. There's another pair of pants that doesn't fit great, but if it's only for 3 days, like we can make that work for a couple of days. And she's like, you know what? We'll do it in an hour. You guys are being really nice.
Oh, because you weren't being like, well, how dare you? I don't need these pants.
Yeah.
Because you
I was
weren't
like, I totally understand.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's so nice.
And she had it done in 20 minutes too. Like I like checked out, and we were like walking around because we were in Bellevue Square, and we're like, well, what do we do now? Because we came here for one thing. I don't want to sit here and spend more money.
Yeah.
So we walked around a little bit, and then we got the phone call 21 minutes after checkout.
Oh, that's so nice.
And it's just in that category in the back of my head of like, being a good person makes a difference.
It can. It was like when my credit card got stolen, and like I know that lady probably could give out those overnight credit card shipments, like however many she wants, and she can probably give them if you bark a lot or if you're really nice to her, you know?
Yeah. And so the reason why I think that that's interesting and profound is less of a like, oh, like, yay, the good guy wins kind of mentality, and more of a, I think it's ironic in the sense that the people who are complete jerkholes don't necessarily get those things in life either. And they're thinking they're working towards a goal to get what they want. It's counterproductive.
Yeah.
And from taking humanity out of it, just from a pure, like, what am I getting out of this perspective? Net positive.
Yeah.
But
yeah. So yeah, that's good. I'm glad that worked out for you. Normally when nice people are dealing with nice people, it works. I feel like if you're coming up against someone bristly, sometimes you have to be bristly back. And it just kind of, it depends on the situation. But when you need someone to be nice to you. But yeah, another adventure I've just had in Reverb is that, and this one just sucks, dude, is that yesterday I sold an Infinite Jets on Reverb. And I was like, all right, I'm going to the grocery store anyway. I'm going to ship a pedal that I had sold to our Patreon supporter, Joe Braga, something I needed to ship to David Ishizaka. And I'm like, oh, I'll just go ahead and print off the Reverb shipping microcosm going out this morning. Not microcosm, Infinite Jets going out this morning. Well, actually just right now. Basically, I get an email. The guy thought he was buying in microcosm and he wants a refund. And I'm like, I already shipped it.
Yep.
And I have a restock fee, and I'm going to have to charge it to you. And I'm not paying for your shipping back.
Yep.
So I'm like, okay, well, Anna, I'm sorry. Sorry that you did that, but
That sounds like someone was drunk.
it was like 6 o'clock. So I was like, oh yeah, because like actually it wasn't even 6 o'clock. Because I'm like, the drop center was still open and their last USPS drop hadn't come yet. So yeah, it's with the USPS now. Not much I can do about it.
Godspeed to them.
Yeah. I don't think they wouldn't let me go and take it back, even if it was still there. So
Right.
So sorry, buddy.
Just imagine you barging into USPS. I want my box back now.
Yeah.
I mean, in his defense, I mean, you did mislabel it on Reverb, right? I mean, that would make sense.
The title is Hologram Electronics Infinite Jets Wreath Synthesizer.
Oh, well, in that case.
Well. I mean, I can imagine just like the drop in this guy's stomach when he realized what he did.
Sure. I mean, not ideal, but that's not on you. In fact, like the number of times I've heard people complain about Reverb sellers not shipping within like 24 hours is astronomical. So to think that someone would be upset that someone actually shipped in less than 24 hours.
Yeah.
I mean, that's phenomenal customer service right there.
And I mean, like, I even lost money on the shipping because I paid extra for like the insurance because it was again like a $300 pedal. So
right.
You know, I'm bummed. I'm bummed that I'm not getting that amount of money, and I actually don't know if I'm going to get to keep any amount of that money because I don't know. I'm bummed.
Sure. I mean, it's definitely not great for everybody all the way around, but I mean, you're not doing anything wrong.
I guess. I don't really know. I hope I did it right. I hope I did it right.
I don't know, listeners, did Emily do it wrong?
No. I said like upon return of the item review, refund upon return. And then I remitted my 15% and shipping costs. So
no.
Please, friends, read your listings. Make sure you're buying the right thing. I don't know why you felt the need
shop
to like
drunk.
I don't think he was drunk. I don't think he was.
I'm not saying he was. I'm just saying that I've heard stories like this.
That. Yeah, I'd literally never do that.
I have heard stories like this of someone shopping drunk and waking up the next day and going, whoops.
Bad idea. Bad idea. Listen, just really, really, truly awful idea. For anything, unless you're going to like the dollar store. Low stakes. That's like low stakes. That's low stakes.
I mean, if you've got that kind of money to blow, I mean, I suppose it's not the end of the world. But if this is like, if you've only got $400 in your year budget, you spend it all drunk and it's not what you actually needed, that's really poor decision making. If you've got $10,000 and you spend $400 drunk, not as big of a deal. But I also don't know very many people that have $10,000 in their gear budget. So,
yeah. My husband just texted me, I'm rounding up. Rounding up on what?
Cattle?
I don't know. Oh, he's rounding up. Yeah. Never mind. It's all good. Don't worry about it. All right. Yes. So, I guess I would. Yeah. Yeah, it's been exciting trying to sell stuff on Reverb. I feel bad that this person did not buy the pedal they wanted. I mean, I
can hear it in your voice. You sound bad about it.
Well, they can. I kind of feel like they should keep it and try to sell it. Honestly, they should try it out. Maybe
he's gonna love it.
My policy is like, if you don't like, I basically have a policy that is like, within 1 day, used or new, you can return it for a 15% restocking fee. Because I'm like,
Yep.
hey, if I get my 15% back and you pay for
Yep.
shipping, then cool. I don't really care. Honestly, I'll do that. It's a pain in the butt, but it doesn't really matter to me. I'll do whatever. I don't care.
I can definitely hear like the empathetic, like you feel bad for the guy
I feel pretty bad.
in the tone of voice.
I think we've all made mistakes purchasing,
Yep.
and I'm not going to stick him with a $300 purchase. That's a lot of money. I can imagine he just like his stomach dropped like mine when I realized I'd overslept.
Not too worried about it. Ended up working out because the temperature on my smoker was fluctuating between 8 and 8:30 pretty hard. But it's settled down now. I think watching it over the last, been doing this for just shy of an hour, and I haven't seen it go below 219, and I haven't seen it go above 226.
Oh wow, that is
so
consistent.
I'm really happy with how tight that's sitting at.
Excellent work. Nice. Well, cool. I think that's a good time for us to bow out. Everybody out there, please like, comment, subscribe on YouTube. Please check us out on patreon.com/getoffset. Please subscribe on iTunes, Spotify, wherever you may be listening to this podcast. Check out our merch at getoffsetpodcast.com/shop. Until next time, thanks for watching.
And thanks for listening.
Thanks for understanding. My name is Emily.
And my name is Andrew.
Goodbye.
Bye.